Next time. Death Battle.
Who is it?
My name is Oliver Queen. After 5 years in the house...
Oh, is this what I think it is?
...one goal. To save my city. I had to become someone else. I had to become something else.
It's Hawkeye versus Green Arrow.
I had to become the Green
Finally!
Arrow. But
Awesome
next
fight.
time, we've got Green Arrow versus... If you want to find out...
It's pretty obvious it's Hawkeye then.
Okay, who am I kidding? It's Hawkeye. You know it's Hawkeye. If it wasn't Hawkeye, that would just be ridiculous.
Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's finally that time again. Time for another Death Battle! This time we finally have Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Now, as I should say with all my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below, go watch the actual video if you haven't already for whatever reason, then come back to watch my reaction to it. Okay? Good. When this fight was announced, I'm pretty sure we all reacted a little something like this. Yes! Yes! Now, what exactly can I say about this fight? Well, it's not a fist fight, it's not a gun fight, it's not a sword fight, it's definitely not a scythe fight, and it's sure as hell not a hammer fight. It's a bow and arrow fight, which is a weapon I don't have around here. So I think this has been one of the most requested death battles for a long, long time. And I think I should start off by saying, I didn't know either of these guys particularly well, but I feel like I knew Hawkeye more just because of like the movies, like Avengers, Age of Ultron, all that stuff. I've done my research, I know their backstories, a bit more of what they're capable of. So, of course, we have Hawkeye, who was like trained in a circus like for quite a lot of his life, and we have Green Arrow, who washed up on an island and sort of like used archery to survive. But as awesome archers as these guys are, I think it's safe to say neither of them are really the best archer in the world. But not! Achievement Hunter fans will understand that reference. I think this might be one of the most even death battles ever. And I've been trying to think of who I think is going to win, and based on everything I've heard, I think just barely Hawkeye's going to win. Again, just barely. One of the things that I think sort of made me think that way is because I heard the Green Arrow, from multiple sources, I heard the Green Arrow can fire like about 29 arrows per minute, I think it was, which is pretty fast. But I heard from somewhere the Hawkeye can fire 6 arrows, and it was either the same amount of time or faster than it takes the average human to fire 6 bullets. That sounds a little faster to me. And the other thing that really came to my head a while ago is this. Oh, Green Arrow is known for catching arrows right before they hit him in the face, which is awesome, I gotta say. And there's this one scene from Avengers where Hawkeye fires an arrow at Loki, and Loki just catches it before it hits him in the neck, and he's like, bitch, please. Only he didn't know, oh, it's a bomb. So, could Hawkeye, in theory, do the same thing to Green Arrow? But then again, I guess the same argument could be made for Green Arrow doing the same thing to Hawkeye, so what do I know? Yeah, I think just barely Hawkeye is going to win this, but this is Death Battle, and they have made me change my mind, proved me wrong, or proved me right. So, how about I shut up and actually start watching this? Alright, let's do this. Battle of Archery.
Since its creation in the Stone Age, the bow and arrow forever revolutionized hunting and warfare.
But these two archers have honed their bow skills to a degree of pure artistry.
Green Arrow, the
So
Emerald
true.
Archer of Star City.
And Hawkeye, purple-clad trick shooter of the Avengers. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze
It's
their
been
weapons,
a
armor,
long,
and skills to find out
long
who
time
will
coming.
win a death battle.
Alright,
Green Arrow has to use his boxing glove arrow in this fight.
Garbed in green, who brought justice to the rich and championed the poor. I speak, of course, of
We're
the
not talking about that guy,
outlaw
Boomstick.
named Oliver Queen.
Oh.
What, you think I meant Robin Hood? Come on.
Oliver was the son of Robert and Moira
Fair enough.
Queen, billionaire owners of the weapons and technology development company Queen Industries in Star
Wait, you once
City.
met Robin Hood?
Oliver was
Awesome.
on track to inherit the family business and fortune, but it all ended up coming much sooner than anybody expected.
Just saw
While
the
on
chili thing.
safari, which rich people apparently just do all the time, Oliver's parents were murdered by lions. No, I'm not kidding, but hey, Mom got off a
Ooh,
wicked headshot
damn.
before she went out.
The family fortune and business were now in
Well, is that at
Oliver's
least?
hands. However, desperate to forget the horrible trauma of his parents' death by lions, he turned to a lifestyle of booze and debauchery.
The best way to cope. Well, until one day he
Not really
partied
the
so
best
hard that he fell
way,
off his
but-
private yacht. Hated when
I'm
that
just gonna stop talking.
Eventually, he washed up onto the shore of a lone island, Tom Hanks style.
Desperate to survive, Oliver knew he must resort to the archery training taught to him by his late father. He assembled a makeshift bow and, over time, gained an uncanny accuracy with the weapon. With each successful kill, Oliver's self-reliance grew, transforming the once irresponsible playboy into a capable survivor.
And just in time. Turns out this island was home to a massive drug smuggling operation. How he didn't find them earlier is beyond me, but whatever.
With
That's a good
nothing
point.
but his hunter's instincts and some newly improvised trick arrows, Oliver brought down the dealers, radioed in a rescue,
Which is
and returned
actually
to
impressive
Star
considering
City a new man. With
he
a
just made them
newfound
from
taste for
everything he
justice,
had around
Oliver
him.
vowed he would no longer waste his talents and use them to protect the innocent. To do this, he would have to become someone else, something else.
Something else?
He became the Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. Da 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 da. I remember that from the preview.
True to his namesake, the Green Arrow favors a bow over anything else. And while that may sound like it puts him at a disadvantage, he's developed trick arrows for every situation. And I do mean every situation.
He carries tear gas arrows, grappling hook arrows, flashbang arrows, even arrows filled with acid.
Is that the one
Ugh.
for the Grateful Dead concerts?
No, corrosive acid. It burns through things.
He also has
Oh.
boomerang arrows, along with diamond-tipped arrows to pierce just about anything, explosive arrows ranging
that's
from
gonna help a
small
lot.
blast to an atomic warhead, and
Damn.
the boxing glove arrow.
Silly as it may appear, Oliver only kills when it's absolutely necessary. So delivering a long-range punch to the face makes some sense. At least more so than many of the other trick arrows in his quiver, like the donut arrow, a weapon designed to feed children.
It's dangerous
fair enough.
and delicious.
Green Arrow likes to come to a fight prepared, and his expertise extends beyond just the use of a bow. He has extensive training in assassination and martial arts under some of the best teachers around, including Natas, the man who turned Deathstroke into one of the deadliest mercenaries in the world.
Green Arrow became such
Yeah,
a
that says a
skilled
lot.
fighter that he was voted into the Justice League, saving the world alongside the likes of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Black Canary, a smoking hot blonde who he took a liking to. Don't mind saving a few more things with her.
Are we dead yet? No. Are we dead yet?
Being a part of the Justice League
Right.
has pit Green Arrow against foes powerful enough to be called gods, and somehow he not only survives, but he actually helps. He's fast enough to fire 29 arrows in 1 minute. His accuracy
I was right.
is so on point, he is able to shoot water dripping from a faucet at 30 feet away and split a grape
Yeah, I heard
balanced
about
on a
that.
man's head.
He'll
Damn.
do whatever it takes to get the job done, like shooting a girl's hand to keep her from falling, or
Ooh.
torture. There's no way around it. He tortures people.
Ugh.
But it's for the greater
Damn.
good, right?
Of course, but even with all his trick arrows, his quiver does have limited space, and he prefers to keep his armor minimal, focusing instead on offense over defense.
But hey, he's not
That
all
may be a
arrows and
downplay.
killing. Eventually, he and Black Canary got together and started up a flower shop called Sherwood Florist. As an expert on puns, 10 out of 10, Ollie.
1 arrow each.
I accept your challenge on 3. 1,
2,
3.
Oh, that is awesome.
A hero
Alright.
can come from anywhere.
Hawkeye's turn.
From the streets of New York, the depths of space, or a tiny rural home in Iowa.
But growing up in the middle of nowhere wasn't easy for 13-year-old Clint Barton. Turns out his dad had some bad habits, like being an alcoholic or beating the shit out of his sons, Clint and Barney.
After
Those kinds of
years
people should not be
abuse,
parents.
Clint longed to fight back and defend his family from his violent father.
Obviously, a bit too much to ask of a 13-year-old child. Luckily enough, his dad's car did the job for him, along with a big tree. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not okay.
Okay, listen
you want
to
this
Boomstick.
To be you? That's what I thought.
See?
Orphaned by DWI,
Listen to Boomstick,
Clint
he's a
and Barney
doctor.
had a second chance at a family and were adopted by a new dad, who was just as bad as the first.
Maybe even more. Dad number 2 tried to run him down with his car.
Until they were rescued by circus performers Jacques
Screw
and
that guy.
Marc, who took them under their wing and into the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders.
These guys saw potential in Clint's natural bow and arrow talent and began his archery training. Clint's skill rose rapidly, and he soon took the stage as Hawkeye, the trick shooter.
In only 1 year, Hawkeye became a master of his craft. But a rift formed between teacher and student when he discovered Jacques was stealing money from the circus and training his brother Barney
Asshole.
to be a thief.
Turns out the 2 heroes
Wow.
who rescued them were actually super
Villains?
villains. What's with these kids' luck? Did they open an umbrella inside which scared a black cat to dart under a ladder which fell and broke a mirror reflecting the sun's rays to
That
burn
sounds
down a
like-
field of 4-leaf clovers?
The most
that happened
unlucky
to Nick.
scenario ever.
What?
Anyway, he hated the idea of working for a couple of
Alright.
D-bags and ran away. Lucky for him, all it took to find a new calling in life was to see Iron Man soaring overhead. Another alcoholic father figure. But in the fun way.
Inspired to use his talents to fight
Fair
criminals
enough.
just like the Iron Avenger, Clint took up his old stage name, donned his circus costume once more, and crafted a wide assortment of multi-use trick arrows.
Tick, tick, boom.
Ooh.
Hawkeye's putty arrows cover foes in glue. His acid arrows can melt through steel. He can scale buildings with suction-tipped arrows. His adamantium arrows are tipped in nearly indestructible metal. Hell, one of his arrows is a 30
that's good.
megaton bomb.
He also
Jesus.
created Pym particle trick arrows. Pym particles
Pym
trick
particle
or
trick.
enlarge objects via shifting
I
matter. between
didn't know that about him.
They take their name from Ant-Man.
Hawkeye uses this dimensional wizardry to shoot an arrow which is literally full of other arrows.
With his quiver
Wow.
loaded full of impossibility, Hawkeye took to the city to begin his crusade against injustice. But on his first outing, while trying to return some stolen jewels, the police mistook him for a thief. And it really didn't
Oh,
help that
no.
he fled the scene with then infamous criminal Black Widow.
Well, he knew better, but if there's one thing Hawkeye does when he's conflicted, it's not ask questions and follow where the old shaft takes you. And no, I'm not talking about a trick arrow. So he helped Black
Of
Widow
course you're not,
until one
Doomsday.
of their shenanigans resulted in her apparent death. Believing he was free from the grip of the succubus, he remembered that crime is bad and went to join the Avengers.
Not just the Avengers. Over the years, Hawkeye's lent his bow to other super teams such as the Thunderbolts and the Defenders.
Avengers, Defenders, Thunderbolts. I make any team better.
In the midst of highly advanced armor,
Fair enough.
rage-fueled monsters, and gods from other dimensions, you'd think a simple archer would be of little use. But Hawkeye's feats prove he is anything but simple.
Hawkeye can shoot 4 incoming arrows out of the sky at once, shatter the bow of a distant archer with a single shot, and string his
Nice.
whole bow and fire an arrow in less than a second. Plus, his aim is so good he'll hit bullseyes when he's strapped to what I like to call Satan's carousel.
But he is more than just an archer. After grueling training under Captain America, Clint temporarily set aside the Hawkeye suit to become the samurai Ronin. The result
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
pressed Iron Fist, one of the greatest martial artists in the world.
And for a supposedly normal human, he's surprisingly tough. He's shaken off falls from several stories, fought in battles
Damn.
with cracked ribs, and managed to not die from this.
Luckily for Hawkeye, a kid
Jesus.
with the Ghostbusters 2 shirt found him and alerted the paramedics. And he made a complete recovery within 6 weeks.
Who you gonna call? The hospital, kid! Quick! Holy shit! That was like 100 bullets! Bleeding everywhere!
A reminder that even a seasoned Avenger isn't always bulletproof. But after this, Hawkeye's buddy Tony Stark upgraded his outfit to include some chainmail. So that's handy.
Huh.
But it can't cover everything. Plus, Hawkeye can only carry so many trick arrows at once.
Yeah,
and has
so
to
they've got
make
the same
every
weaknesses.
shot count. Also, he's kind of hard of hearing, but you would be too if a
Hard of
psychopath
hearing?
hid behind a door and jammed 2 arrows in your ears. But Tony also made him some
damn.
kick-ass hearing aids. Though if they get damaged, he'd lose about 80% of his hearing.
Still,
Ooh.
as an Avenger, Defender, and so much more, Hawkeye has accomplished a lot for a circus performer from Iowa.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army.
I remember that scene.
And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense. But I'm going back out there because it's my job. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Alright, there's a piece of fan art I remember seeing from that scene, but I'll get to that in a bit.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, I need to conquer all of your lands.
Pause. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to talk about this. From everything I've heard, they both seem kind of even in so many ways. Okay, think. I remember hearing that Green Arrow has his diamond-tipped arrows, whereas Hawkeye has adamantium. I'm not entirely sure which is stronger. I think adamantium, right? But anyway, the pin particle arrows. For some reason I feel like that's going to come into play. I don't know, this is the hardest decision for a death battle I've had to make. Alright, I'm going to be, you know what, I'm just going to be stubborn, stick to my initial judgment, and just go with Hawkeye's going to win. If he wins, yay, congrats Hawkeye. If he doesn't, sweet, congrats Green Arrow. So, let's see how this goes. And play. Thank you, Green Arrow. Ooh. Not even going to explain why they're fighting, just... Oh. Oh, it's a good shot.
I can dodge and shoot at the same time.
Not today, sweetheart. You're gonna try to out-arch
Oh,
me?
good catch.
This is how it's done.
Something
What kind of
about
arrow is that?
this
Oh!
Not right.
Huh. Ooh. Oh. Oh! Oh, can't see he's using... Oh, he's using his own acid arrow. Oh, using Hawkeye's theme song. Ooh!
This takes real skill, you know. World's greatest marksman, at your service.
Oh, don't get cocky, Hawkeye.
You should hear the boxing glove arrow when it hits. It makes this kind of sound. I gotta record it and make it my ringtone.
Aw,
Oh, he caught the boxing glove arrow.
You remind me of my circus days, clown.
Oh!
One little arrow, one big boom. I like not getting blown up.
You're not brash if you could back it up.
And he's just dodging every hit. Ooh. Oh, I feel like Green Arrow's gonna have the edge in hand to
You
hand.
look like you're under a lot of stress. I recommend acupuncture, Green Arrow style.
Ooh. Oh, that's a diamond arrow, isn't it? Adamantium. Oh!
Ha! Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
Oh, that's it.
All right.
Shot for shot, arrow for arrow, Green Arrow and Hawkeye are a well-made match, making this an extremely close fight.
Green Arrow has pulled off
Yeah,
some
it did.
ridiculous shots. But when Hawkeye is at his best, it's nearly impossible for any mortal man to hit him. We're talking about a guy who catches arrows in his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both archers
Oh.
wield impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80
It's
pounds
very
of force
true.
to pull. Green Arrows has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However,
Huh.
Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the
Oh.
same bow he can fire at near machine gun speeds, even at a faster rate than Green Arrow, while wearing chainmail.
Oliver may have had an arrow for just about any situation, but he didn't have one for making him faster, stronger, and tougher than Hawkeye. Looks like Green Arrow
Fair enough.
shafted.
The winner is
Oh.
Hawkeye.
Congratulations, Hawkeye.
Next time on
Next
Death
time. Sounds familiar. Oh, Mewtwo! Wait, what? Wait, is Charizard coming back? Oh. Oh, it's Pokemon versus Digimon! Now this is going to be interesting. Oh, it's Charizard versus...
Hey guys, what's going on?
I
Ben,
don't know the
and
name.
This is Jocelyn. I don't know where Boomstick is. But anyway, next time on Death Battle, the season finale, it's Pokemon versus Digimon. We're finally doing it. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened
All
already.
the other Death Battles, all 50 of them, or more than that, by going to our Death Battle playlist. Or you can even watch our spin-off show, Desk of Death Battle. The latest one was about how Batman wielded dual guns and fought dinosaurs.
Yep, I watched that.
And you can also keep up to date with Death Battle by going to our Twitter @ScrewAttack or our Facebook official SA and following us there. So thank you very much for
hear that?
watching, guys. We'll see
Do
you
it.
next time.
See you next time, Ben. Alright, well, I'm pretty satisfied with how that ended. Kind of makes me right. I said I thought Hawkeye would win, and he did. But, again, just barely. This was the closest fight I think they've ever done. Alright, well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure subscribe if you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.